Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and if you have rock slide retractable steps or other aftermarket ones for that matter, sometimes they can get stuck down and stuck up. Now, one of the best things you can do is lubricate all of the joints that are up in here, and I'll show you them right here. Because basically, if it's hard for them to retract, then the step may feel like it has pressure on it, and it will think that somebody's standing on it or something, and it will keep it from retracting or working properly. So going through on all the joints that you can find up in here, pivot points, and just getting some lubricant onto those is a really good thing, especially if you've been mudding or if you're in a lot of snow or grime kind of a climate, then that's definitely something you can try. So what you want to look for is the magnet that's on the door and make sure it's lining up with the sensor that they've installed. And also there's a override switch here, and when you cycle it, it will reset the system. So you want to turn it off, wait 5 seconds, and turn it back on. Another thing to check is the fuses here, as you can see, and that's kind of like cycling the switch as well if you pull the fuse out for a few minutes. But just make sure that the fuses haven't blown. And so the fuse location for this kit is usually installed up by the battery. And if you have a Jeep that has a winch or some other things like this, there might be several of these. It might be hard to tell which one it is. So just look for any of these inline fuses, and you can tell right there, see how this fuse still has the good connection? It'll be burned out there if the fuse was bad. So just kind of go through these and look and make sure that the fuses are good. And the override switch will light up. So if you see it lighting up, then you'll know that the fuse isn't bad. So you could try just looking at that too. That might help. But what I did is I went inside the Jeep, and as you can see, I was turning the override switch on and off. And so you have to do it from inside with the doors closed. And then as you turn it on and wait for a few seconds and then turn it off, you can usually hear the motor trying to activate. And so basically what you can do is play with it, toggling it up and down, and when you get the steps up in their locked position, then hurry and turn the switch off so that they'll remain locked up. And so the override switch is for that, so that you can leave them locked up or down if you're trying to clean them out, or if you're driving the Jeep around with the doors off and the sensors aren't going to be working. And along those lines, you can also get like a magnet from your refrigerator and put it near the sensors in the doors to try to see if that can, don't touch the sensor, but just get it close. And if they start retracting, then you'll know it's part of a problem with the actual sensors. But again, if you can see power on the switch like this, that's a pretty good indication it's not anything to do with the fuse. But of course, there is wiring throughout this whole thing, and you just want to make sure none of it got cut or you're shorting anything out. So anyway, hopefully this video was helpful. Again, cycling the switch on and off, which is the same as removing the fuse for a few minutes and putting it back on. That kind of thing should get them going, and you should be able to see if you can hear it trying to work or not. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this video helped. Please feel free to check the video link in the description where I show you all the other stuff that I've done on this Jeep, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. In this case, it looks like there is still a short or some issues happening because the switch is kind of flickering a little bit. So this one has a little more diagnosing, but hopefully this could help you with your steps if they're not going up or if they're staying stuck up or something like that. So thanks for watching.